When you're on YouTube a lot, you often start seeing similar trends. And more I hear about people who wanted to start in the film industry deviating to become a YouTuber. Quite often a hobby that turned into something they were really passionate about and loved doing. And in a way, I was no different. When I was young, I used to make small stop-motion videos with my Lego, though it was nothing more than just wanting to entertain myself and my friends. I actually just really enjoyed the editing process and what it looked like when everything was done. But before young me had a chance to get his hands on any real editing software, I used a program which might be the catalyst to why I enjoy making videos so much. 3D Movie Maker was a program made in 1995, created by Microsoft Home, or more specifically the Children's Education Division, Microsoft Kids. If you don't recognize the name of the program or the company, there is a slightly higher chance you'll know the name McZ, as this was a character used in a few other Microsoft Kids programs. Then there's an opening cutscene, introducing us to characters of the wacky world of Imaginopolis. And after the introduction, the program throws you in a somewhat Myst-style first-person point-and-click game, where you get to explore the studio and witness McZ's many forms. The first time you load up the program, exploring the studio like this is how you access the features, which is insane, though thankfully you do get a menu later. There is extra stuff to do in the studio. You can click around and look for the hidden pages of the talent book, but really that's just extra fluff and not important. Ah yes, I can see everything I want to know about Valentine, but do I care? Haha, joke's on you, I care immensely. If this all sounds pretty ridiculous to you, well, that's because it is. I get that it's trying to appeal to kids, but the whole exploration of the studio feels so unnecessary. And then when you load the program up again, you can skip all this with a menu, so why is it here to begin with? Now, you might be noticing throughout the video, I've been referring to this as a program and not a game, and that's because it is. Even though it has a hub world and partial exploration, as well as cartoony graphics, it is still just a program to make movies with. But that being said, let's go over what the program has to offer and make a small movie together. So this is the first screen you're presented with. We first need to select a scene where the movie begins. I'm gonna pick this one. It was always my favorite as a kid. I used it a lot. After we pick the scene, a lot more options become available. Actors and props, sounds, and also words. All fairly obvious, one would hope. You can also change your location on the scene by clicking the camera here. I want to make some kind of shop interaction, so I'm gonna pick this scene. It's a lovely setting for something. But what is a movie without actors? We have a lovely selection of people to star in my feature film, including dog, cat, and rat, and skeleton? I'm gonna go with this guy because why not? Just place him where you want him to be, and once we've placed them, a lot more options become available. This button allows us to choose an action for our actor, such things as being mad or sad, yelling to someone across the room, thinking things like, "Why are we really here?" and spinning! I'm never going to understand why that's an option. We can also change our actor's outfit from about 3 or 4 different presets. If you need to, you can further modify their position with a few rotation tools. Relatable. With all the various editing tools out of the way, the scene I want to create is some guy buying a thing. I know this won't win me any awards, but you gotta start somewhere. And let's make said thing this totem object, because I guess someone dressed like this would sell that. We also need a prop that allows our other character to get on the scene. This fancy car should do. Once you have everything laid out in front of you, it's time to add some animations. Using the resume last action button, you can drag props and actors using whatever animation you picked earlier. Then you just click and drag across the screen. We also need our other guy that we are going to use to buy said totem. Tell him he needs to walk and drag across the screen. Right, conversation time. Let's just get a few frames of talking animation, and then my favorite part, we need to add some sounds. There are a ton of awesome choices here, but we have the opportunity to record our own. Hey, I'd like to buy that totem. Place the sound on our actor. Hey, I'd like to. Now we can see how the movie looks so far. Wow, that was really bad. Now we have to decide how the other actor is going to respond, though I can't think of anything good to say. Let's see some of the presets.
I don't know. I'll check to see if there's time before dinner.
Those bullies won't bother me now.
Yeah, sure, fine. So, yeah, not everything's perfect. As you can hear, the recorded audio sounds like garbage. And I think it's running at like 5 FPS if you're lucky. But I feel like with limitations comes creativity. So I've already made 2 movies with more advanced techniques. Strap in though, because these are kinda weird. This movie mainly focuses on using props to give the illusion of effects.
Greg, why exactly are we here again?
Damn it, Jason, this is why we go over the case files.
But why is the chief so sure this is the place?
It's all to do with instinct, my boy.
Ha! Murder house. Wait, should I be laughing at my own jokes? What could I do to help with your immersion? Maybe a bowl of popcorn?
I don't know if instinct is a good enough reason to be called out, though.
Well, let's ask. Hello, is there anybody inside? Hello there, gentlemen. Definitely not a good day for anyone to be murdered, right?
Oh my, how ominous.
Ooh, lightning. Fancy, don't you think? But the program doesn't actually have an effect for this. But what it does have is have a box you can paint white and flatten. So I just did that, put it in the background for a single frame, and bam, you've got lightning.
Oh my, how ominous.
We've heard reports of murder and have come to investigate. Murder? In this humble house? Yeah, honestly, I don't see why people would think that. It's a lovely place. Oh, it's definitely those kids next door just being little shapes.
I don't know, something feels off about that.
Well, by all means, do come in. We'll talk about it over a cuppa.
I don't know if we should be here, Greg. It doesn't feel right.
I told you to watch your weight, George. We can move to different chairs if you like.
No, I'm not talking about that. I mean the house.
A flattened sphere to emulate a pool of blood. I still remember using this technique back in the day.
How do you like your tea, gentlemen? With poison?
No, I'm more partial to sugar.
Sugar it is, then.
Yeah, I swear there's something up with him. It's not just me, right?
Psst. Wait, Steve. Did you hear that?
Over here.
You're telling us you can prove the murders?
Yes, I know he killed someone. Okay, but where's your proof? It was me. You know, that's pretty convincing. And of course, he's magically disappeared. With our tea as well.
Let's split up and look for clues.
I don't know, Greg. I've seen enough horror movies to know that's a bad idea. Oh, he's gone already. Why do I even bother?
Something tells me this is murder. Oh, jeez, that is ominous.
This is basically a combination of the two I just showed you combined. A flat box outside the window to emulate the lightning, and a sphere to emulate the beams of light coming through the window. I've seen some pretty insane rigs made with the blocks of this game.
I must see if there's anyone around for questioning. You, stop right there. Okay, Greg, enough messing around.
What is this place? It looks so weird.
You look weird. You don't see me complaining.
You're complaining now.
Shut up. You knew what I meant.
What have you done with Greg?
Oh, yes, Greg. Allow me to introduce you. This is your friend now.
No, it can't be.
Oh, cliffhanger, come on, man! So apart from my voice, everything else you heard was from the program. Though I'm not sure what led me down the path of Big the Cat and Inspector Gadget teaming up, but here we are. Now, this next movie is close to my heart, since it's based around a series I grew up with. It also covers another topic, importing sound effects. You can only import WAV files and they sound really compressed. I also use a technique where I manually move the models frame by frame to get the desired effect. So I hope you enjoy this one. I'm also going to take some techniques from the previous movie and put it in this one as well.
Nothing fun ever happens anymore. Wait, what? So who exactly are you and why are you here?
I'm a Goku from Earth.
That makes no sense. Let's fight.
Sure thing, but I might be too powerful. Let me power down first.
You'll regret underestimating me.
Whoa, what? Wow, you're pretty strong. Time for me to power up.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm about to show you a Saiyan's true form. What will you do now?
I did it!
Man, Dragon Ball Super got really weird lately, didn't it? And that's it. The program doesn't really have much else to offer. There is another version of it available that's based around the Nickelodeon franchise, but I never grew up with that one, nor do I have it available to me now. Do I recommend you go out and try this? Well, no. Definitely not. It's very old. But I do recommend you give it a search on YouTube and find some videos that were made from it. I know it might have been a weird thing to cover on the channel, but someone reminded me of it a couple months back. Man, I had to pick it up and tell you all about it because it's so weird. But thank you for watching this episode of Pixelated Memories. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Seriously, me and my friend used to trade movies all the time. It is a shame that they only work in the program itself, but either way. And of course, I'd like to take this moment to thank everyone who supports me on Patreon. I really appreciate it. Even $1 helps, so thank you. I actually uploaded the 2 movies that were in this on my gameplay channel, just in case you want to watch that. But if you want to watch more Pixelated Memories specifically, there are 2 videos available up there. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to be told when I upload again. Thank you, and goodbye.
Now I get to be the giant rat. Cool surprise.